All right, let's talk about a skill that honestly can make or break your business, and that is mastering stock control. I mean, if you get this right, you're set up to thrive. But if you get it wrong, well, you could find yourself sinking, and fast. So let me ask you this. Have you ever looked at your shelves and realized you have cash just sitting there, tied up in products that aren't moving? Or maybe even worse, you've lost a sale because you ran out of something super popular? Yeah, if that sounds even a little familiar, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to get that sorted out. So here's our game plan. We're going to break this down into 5 straightforward parts. First, we'll get on the same page about what stock control actually is. Then, we'll walk through the 6 key steps to really nail it. After that, we'll cover some smart guidelines, dig into why record keeping is so powerful, and wrap up with the final check, stock taking. Okay, first things first. Let's build a solid foundation. What are we even talking about when we say stock control? Well, think of it as the bedrock of an efficient and, way more importantly, a profitable business. First up, let's define stock. And listen, it's not just the finished products sitting on your shelf. It is everything. It's the raw materials you use to create your goods, it's the spare parts you need for a service you provide, and yes, of course, it's the stuff that's ready to sell. It's pretty much all of your business's physical assets. So then, stock control, well, that's the system you build around all that stuff. It's not passive. It's the active process of managing your inventory's entire journey. From the second it shows up at your door to the moment it goes out with a happy customer. Okay, so we know what it is. But now for the big question, how do you actually do it? So let's walk through a really simple 6-step action plan that you can literally start using today. The first 3 steps are really all about getting things in the door and organized. So when a delivery shows up, don't just scribble your name on the dotted line. Step 1 is to receive it properly. Count everything, check for damage, make sure it matches the delivery note. Then step 2, record it. Every single thing that comes in or goes out has to be written down, no exceptions. And step 3 is to store it the smart way. You want to keep it safe, organized, and in a way that saves space and, prevents it from getting damaged. All right, now for the next 3 steps. Here we're shifting our focus to managing what you have and actually selling it. So step 4 is to arrange your stock. I mean, whether it's on a shop floor or in a back room, you got to make it easy to find and look good. Step 5, check it. You have to do regular counts. It's the only way you'll spot if something's gone missing or gotten damaged. And finally, the one that really hits your bottom line, step 6, reorder. This, my friends, is the art of ordering just the right amount at just the right time. Knowing the steps is one thing, but actually doing them well, that's a whole other ballgame. So let's look at a few guiding principles that will make your stock control not just good, but truly effective. You see, great stock control it's a balancing act. It really is. If you have too much stock, your cash is just sitting on the shelves, it's not working for you. But if you have too little, you're missing out on sales and probably frustrating your customers. The whole goal is to find that sweet spot right in the middle. That's where you have less money tied up in inventory and more money free for your business. So how do you find that perfect balance? Well, you focus on the products that move fast. That keeps your cash flowing. You arrange your stock well. You check it all the time. But honestly, the thing that holds all of this together, the most important principle of all, is that you have to keep detailed stock records. Yeah, that last principle, it's so important that it gets its very own section. I want you to think of your stock records as the main dashboard for all your business's physical goods. It tells you everything you need to know at a glance. So that brings up the big question, right? How in the world are you supposed to track everything effectively, especially if you have tons of different products? Well, the answer is a really simple but incredibly powerful tool, the stock record. At its core, a stock record is really just a written log. It's a log of everything coming in and a log of everything going out. And let me tell you, these become absolutely essential if you have a lot of different products. If you deal with expensive items that might be, tempting for someone to steal, or if you do a lot of sales on credit. And just look at the kind of business intelligence these records give you. It's not just about what you sold, it's about how much. And this is so crucial, when you sold it. That tells you how fast things are moving, exactly what you have left, and it helps you keep track of any credit sales. This is pure, actionable business insight. And this data is where the magic really happens. You take all these numbers and you turn them into smart decisions. You can pinpoint your best sellers. You'll know exactly what you need to reorder, when you need to order it, and how much you should buy. And, just as important, you'll be able to spot when the numbers don't add up, which could mean something is missing. This all leads to a really important concept, the reorder level. Think of this as your magic number. It's the absolute minimum number of an item you're willing to have on hand before you start to get nervous. So once your stock hits that number, boom, that's your trigger. It's time to place a new order, no guesswork needed. So you've got your system humming along. You're keeping your records. But how do you know if your records are actually right? How do you know they match reality? Well, that is where the final piece of this puzzle comes in, stock taking. And stock taking is, well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's the physical act of going through your entire business, counting every single item you have, and writing it all down on a list. This is your moment of truth. So why bother with this? Oh, for 3 huge reasons. First, it is the absolute best way to figure out if any stock has gone missing or been stolen. Second, you get to actually put your eyes on your products and check for any damage. And third, it confirms that the numbers in your books are actually what's sitting on your shelves. And the process itself is pretty straightforward. Tidy up first. It just makes counting way easier. Get your list ready, then do the actual physical count. After that, you compare what you just counted to what your stock records say you're supposed to have, and then, and this is the most important part, you update your records to match reality. And really, that's the whole journey we've just covered. By putting these simple systems in place, you move from the chaos of just not knowing what you have to the power and the efficiency of being in complete control of your inventory. So, I'll just leave you with this one question. Based on everything we've just talked about, what is the single most impactful change you can make, like today, to get a better handle on your stock? Just start with that one thing, and I promise you're already on your way.